5:31, so I guess we'll call the meeting to order. And the first thing will be discussion and action on the minutes from the January 18th meeting.
I move that we accept the minutes.
Motion to accept the minutes.
My second.
Second.
Norval.
Aye.
Terry. Aye. Juanita. Aye.
Next will be on the January 2017 financial reports.
At this time, $701,701.16 cash in the bank. Still to pay out at this time is $1,400 for the Oklahoma Today advertising, $6,000 Chamber of Commerce Tourism Secretary, $50,000 to move the Cedar Grove Church to the museum compound, $10,000 for the replacement swimming pool at the Alva Golf and Country Club. With 500 future and 2,500 standing available, we have $631,301.16.
And the 10,000 to the Golf and Country Club has been, I've signed
Turned in.
off on
That
that.
was just turned in.
That was turned in, so I signed off on that.
So $621,301.16. I move that we accept the financial report.
Motion to accept the financial report.
I second.
Second.
Norval.
Aye.
Terry. Juanita.
Next item is the discussion and action on Alva's Crazy Cool Boulevard Cruise not to exceed $4,500.
Don't you two jump up, get up there. Oh, yeah, well, I'm here to present for the car club. This will be our third year of having this event. I was unable to attend the first one, but I was at the second one, and it was a lot of fun. Glancing down through this, everything's an estimate because we don't take entries or anything like that, so it's kind of an estimate. But there were a lot of people on the boulevard, especially where the bands were. I think this year we've talked about possibly moving the band to O'Reilly's if they'll let us, because our parking lot was packed with cars. I don't know, we've seemed to grow a little bit every year from what they told me the first year and this past year. We sat with, two couples showed up and ended up sitting across from the band with us that were from Hutchinson that drove down the morning before and then spent the night. I don't know how many from outside came in, but we do advertise in the Wichita event calendar for the full year, and I've already gotten phone calls about it from some of my friends in Wichita that have never come down to it, that wanted to know about the availability of rooms and that sort of stuff if they were to come. And I said right now it was much better than it had been because the oil boom is unboomed or whatever we want to call it. But yes, so I feel it will be a success again. It's a nice one to be involved with because it doesn't take an extreme amount of work on our part, unlike the car show. I don't know if you guys have any questions. I'd be glad to try and field them. I got a couple capable gentlemen here that would help me if I can't think of what to say.
Could you share how many people were approximately in attendance?
I think we thought, I don't know who came up with the number, but they thought around 2,000 people might have showed up along the boulevard. And like I said, it's really hard to estimate because we don't have registry or anything like that, like we do for the car show. We can tell you pretty much exactly how many cars were there at the car show, but we can't at this. It kind of amazed me how many actual local cars came out that I'd never seen before. That it's amazing how many are in the public that just don't see the light of day very often. And we had a lot of people, especially where the bands were, like I said, a lot of people just sitting there that are in their regular cars, just come down to see what goes down the boulevard, see what.
And they line up on both sides of the boulevard, really all the way from about College, way down past actually O'Reilly's, all the way out to Walmart. I mean, that's kind of where the crews were. And there were a lot of people. I have no idea how many.
Your parking lot over there?
Well, yeah, the snow cone lot was completely full. We didn't sell very many snow cones because we didn't stay open very long. I had 3 cars out there I wanted to cruise up. But we had a couple of vendors though, food vendors, that set up, and I think that was successful. I know Scott Riley's place there next door to mine was completely full of cars. It was a good time. There were 2 bands that played for quite a while, and I think everybody had a great time. I know I heard a lot of good things about it.
This is totally free, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's just about it. And it lasts quite a while. I can't remember how long we were down there, but I think we were down there till about 11:30, sitting around visiting with people. I think the cruise is from 8 to 10 or something like that. But there were people, I think that's the band plays that period of time. I think it was 8 to 10:30 maybe that the band played. But we were down there for at least another hour after that goofing off with people. It's just a fun thing. I can't really tell you what it actually brings to the community. I know there's a lot of people there, but probably a high percentage of them are local people. But like I said, we had 2 couples that drove down from Hutchinson the morning of it and goofed off here during the day. Actually saw them down at the bank. They were asking for ideas of stuff to do during the day. So, and then we saw them at the cruise. They came over and sat with us. So. But I don't, other than them, I don't know of what would have come from out of town. But we do advertise pretty heavily in the Wichita area and the Enid area and Woodward, I believe, during this time. Hoping to get more outsiders in to see our community.
What type of advertising?
Well, for one thing, like I talked about, we put our car show and our cruise in a event calendar for the whole year that comes out in Wichita, which that's where I got some phone calls just recently on. I believe we're on the radio, and we send out flyers to people that have been to our car show. We'll send them flyers, that sort of stuff. I think we put an ad in the Good News, a couple ads in the Good News during the week coming up to it, the weeks coming up to it, that sort of stuff. I don't know.
You guys do any social media at all?
Yes.
We do.
Yes. Yeah, we got people that are much more capable than the one sitting in here. Maybe Jeff is
You can
the
tell me
next
more about
group.
it.
The rest of us 3 in here are, I can turn on my phone, that's about it. So. But we do have people in the club that are very good at that do put out quite a bit on social media for it. In fact, I think during this cruise, several of them took a lot of pictures that we'll be posting for that on social media for the coming event when it gets closer.
It's kind of amazing with those cruises. I have people call me all the time saying, "Are we going to have another one? The weather's going to be nice Saturday." Josh Anderson here in Alva, he just texted me the other day and said, "Hey, Saturday's supposed to be a great day. Let's have a cruise." This one's a little bit larger, not a little bit, a lot larger. But there's times when there's a lot of people in Alva that just like to go out and drive the cars up and down. It's fun.
It was pretty cold that one day that we all.
Yes, that day was cold, but Saturday actually was supposed to have been a nice day. I don't know if it was or not here. I was in the city, but Anyway.
And I was in my car.
Yeah, very good.
Somewhere else, but I wasn't here.
Yeah.
I cruised, took the convertible and went somewhere else. But,
I'd like to make a motion
Great.
that we accept the proposal for, let's see, the Alva's Crazy Cool Boulevard Cruise for $4,500. Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Juanita?
Aye.
Terry? Norval?
Aye. Next item on the agenda is a
Thank you.
discussion and action on the big cruise and car show, not to exceed $24,000.
How much did you say?
24,000.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
I'm Joe Phillips, and the co-coordinator of the Bank Central Big Cruise and Car Show. The other co-coordinator kind of actually has become a silent coordinator, I think, but David Ingram is the guy, and he's very, very busy. So anyway, I'm here tonight representing Race, along with our president, Jeff Rohr, and of course Ken. I will say this before I really get going a lot on this. I didn't really realize how much work was put into that car show. And last year was my first year as a coordinator, and as you all know, Norval was the coordinator for many, many years, and he still actually helps out a tremendous amount. Kind of keeps me headed in the right direction a lot of times. But it is a huge job of so much fun. It's unbelievable, and luckily we were pretty successful in raising the amount of entries that we had last year. We actually had 474 entries, which was up about, I think, somewhere in the neighborhood of 70 or 65 or something like that from the year before. We've had a fairly large growth. I think last year was 18%, but it all started like in 2000, and we've had about a 15% growth from each year from there. So it started out with about 15 to 16, 18 people, something like that. So it has gone from that to really a monster, to be honest with you. And we are asking for $24,000. We operate on around, well, this year's budget is $53,000. Last year I think it was around $50,000, but we're actually projecting to get as many as 550 entries this year. And when I say entries, that is not just cars. I mean, that's also motorcycles. The downtown area last year was completely jam-packed full of people. So anyway, it's a great opportunity. It's great for Alva. The amount of people that we bring in is really crazy, unbelievable. And there's some numbers that kind of illustrate that with the participants on the second page of your paper that you have. 28% within 60 miles of Alva, 53% outside, or from 60 to 120 miles, and 19% of our people 120 miles or farther. And that's actually participants' entrance. We say 5,000 people, spectators. There's many more than that, I promise you. If you've not been to one of those car shows, come down and see what I'm saying. I mean, the area downtown is completely packed. The motels, I know we have a lot more motels now, but I do know that motels that weekend, maybe all of them weren't full, but a lot of them were full. I think I tried to get in with Dawn, and they were full, I know, for that weekend. So anyway, that part of it is great. We do have a free meal on Friday night, but other than that one free meal and a free breakfast Sunday morning, a lot of the participants eat in Alva, so that's bringing more money to Alva. I think it's a win-win for Alva, honestly. And again, we spend a lot of money, so that's why we're asking for a sizable amount of $24,000. You can see on the back page the amount that, or some of the things that we requested for. The advertising, which is the thing that I showed you, that's probably our largest money for advertising. That's not the only way we advertise, but those flyers, I think we somewhere in the neighborhood of, how many, Norval, 10,000? of those flyers that we actually publish, and those things are not cheap to have done. But we actually send those out all over the place. Not only do we take them manually or by car to a lot of places in this area. If someone's taking off and going to Missouri for a trip, we take them. We send a stack of them with them. But we also mail them out to people that were here the year before. We have their information. We mail them out. So, we're able to advertise that way really well. We advertised on the radio with the Big Sky I think it's Big Sky, is that what that's called? Blue Sky. Blue Sky, I'm sorry. We advertised with Blue Sky last year. They did a great job for us. They actually were on site and did a live feed for us. Music and sound, we do our music with Boss Music. Sanitation, which is very important, and we actually are going to try and up that a little bit this next year. But that's for basically that money is for porta potties, and that doesn't cover that whole amount. But that's just a way for us to help out a little bit. Prizes and drawings, we actually give away a lot of chamber bucks for Alva, so a lot of that money goes right back into Alva. They can't take it with them and take it home. They're going to spend that money in Alva. Trophies and dash plaques, everyone that enters gets a little dash plaque, which is kind of a collector for car shows. Everyone likes those little dash plaques. And the trophies are humongous. Some of them are 6 foot tall. Really, really, really nice trophies. Fuel vouchers, everyone that enters a car 60 miles or farther away from Alva, we give them a $15 voucher for Garnet Oil and Pride, I believe. That's the only 2 places that we do that with. I think that's it. Anyway, those 2 places, we give them a voucher for that. If it's a motorcycle, it's a $7 voucher. And entertainment, which is kind of a reason that we've really flourished the last couple of years with our numbers. Norville actually started this with the Street Outlaws in Oklahoma City. We brought some Street Outlaws in 2 years ago. Our numbers went up quite a bit, and we brought 3 or 4 Street Outlaws in last year. And again, our numbers, like I said, 18% increase. So with all that said, we're asking for $24,000 so we can continue with our 17th year for the Bank Central Big Cruising Car Show. And we actually already have our Bank Central sponsor is already okay to go with that as well. So anyway, if I can answer any questions, I try.
Nobody has any questions? I'd entertain a motion.
I move that we approve that $24,000 for the Big Cruising Car Show. I second.
A motion and a second.
Terry? Aye. Juanita? Aye. Norval?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. And don't feel obligated to stay here in the sauna, because we have a 17-item agenda. So
17 items. Y'all have a nice evening.
Thanks again. Thank y'all.
All right. Next item is discussion and action to appoint Bryce Benson to the Tourism Tax Committee, from the Tourism Tax Committee to the Advertising and Promotions Committee that was created at the January 18th, 2017 meeting.
He's already been spoken with, and he says yes.
He has been spoken with. He says
Everybody's
that will
good.
be fine.
Okay.
And he's
I move that we appoint Bryce to the Advertising Promotions Committee, please. And I second.
Have a motion and a second.
Norval?
Aye.
Terry?
Aye.
Juanita?
Aye.
And as you see, each one of these is individually, apparently. According to the lawyers, we needed to do it individually instead as a group, so we will continue on down through there. Discussion and action to appoint Dr. Charles Tucker from the Tourism Tax Committee to the Advertising and Promotions Committee.
I move that we appoint Dr. Charles Tucker to the Advertising and Promotions Committee. I second. I'm reading the next
Brad's
one.
getting ready to throw my fire in.
Norval?
Aye.
Terry?
Aye.
Juanita?
Aye.
All right. The next item is discussion and action to appoint Megan Caldwell as a citizen representative to the Advertising and Promotions Committee.
I move that we appoint Megan Caldwell to the Advertising and Promotions Committee. Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Norval?
Aye.
Juanita?
Aye.
Terry?
Aye.
Discussion and action to appoint Melissa Eaton from the Alva Live Committee to the Advertising and Promotions Committee.
I move that we appoint Melissa Heaton to the Advertising and Promotions Committee.
Second. Norval?
Aye.
Juanita?
Aye.
Terry? Aye.
Next item is discussion and action to appoint Brenda Hood from the Alva Live Committee to the Advertising and Promotions Committee.
I move that we appoint Brenda Hood to the Advertising and Promotions Committee.
I second.
Norval?
Aye.
Terry?
Aye.
Juanita?
Aye.
The next item is discussion and action to appoint Jody Broad from the Alva Chamber of Commerce to the Advertising and Promotions Committee.
I move that we appoint Jody Broderick to the Advertising and Promotions Committee.
Second.
Norval?
Aye.
Juanita?
Aye.
Terry? Aye.
Next item is discussion and action to appoint Alex Mance, City of Alva Representative to the Advertising and Promotions Committee.
I move that we appoint Alex Mance to the Advertising and Promotions Committee.
I second.
We have a motion and a second.
Norval?
Aye.
Terry?
Aye.
Juanita?
Aye.
The next item is any remarks or inquiries?
No, have we heard anything from Dr. Tucker about the arena?
Yes, he's just that they're getting, I think it's just a matter of legal paperwork to approve the new site.
Okay.
And then they'll be announcing that to the public.
All right. Hopefully my next month will have some
Yeah.
solid information.
I move that we adjourn the meeting.
A motion to adjourn?
Second.
Norval?
Aye.
Juanita?
Aye.